Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I realized that I am about a week out now from needing to get my homeschool room and learning area together for the kids. I just kind of wanted to share this video with you on homeschool room organization and the few tips that I recommend when you are getting ready to organize your homeschool space. So as you begin to organize your homeschool room or learning space, there are a few things that you want to take in consideration. Number one, you need to first and foremost decide where you're going to be doing your homeschool at. Will you be doing it at your dining room table, in the living room? Do you have a little nook or desk area, office, or do you have a room that you've set aside to use for homeschool? So determine your space and make sure it's a workable and functioning space for you. It's always nice to have a flat surface available for writing with any of those types of assignments that you need to do, or arts or crafts or projects. Or even a comfortable place for reading as well. Number two would be, if you've been homeschooling for a little while, is to go ahead and declutter. Pull out all your old curriculum and sort it, file it, donate it. Go ahead and kind of clear that out and get that organized so you can make a space for number three, putting out your current curriculum and materials for the next school year. You want to put those things out where they're easy and accessible and readily available for you to grab and to use to be able to have a smooth day whenever you need to use those items. Number four would be, as you're cleaning things out, to also take an inventory of your supplies, basic supplies, your pens, your pencils, your glue, scissors, things like that, school supplies that you may need to have on hand, tape, paper, notepads, things like that, so that you can have everything that you need and you won't run up on a situation where you're trying to do something and you're out of an item. So go ahead and go through what you have on hand and then build your list from there, so you don't have to have a bunch of duplicate things that you're spending money on, and you'd have that savings there, and you won't have too much. You can just have just enough for what you need, and you can replace it as the year goes by if you need to. So I think those would be, I guess, my top tips for organizing and getting your homeschool area together for the next year. If you think of anything else that I've left out, be sure to leave it in the comments below and share it with our group. And I'm going to go ahead and let you guys see a little bit of video and a little bit of commentary about me talking through some of the different thought processes I have as I'm going through and organizing our homeschool room and space for this next year. And I've got quite a bit of work to do, so I thought I'd bring you along with me as I am getting my homeschool room and space organized and together. You know, at the end of the year when we finished school, I really was in need of a break. And so I literally just left everything where it was. I never closed up any of the books. I just left everything on the desk and went on about my way and into the summer. And now it's been several months and it's time for me to get our space in order. You know, I've been thinking about it for a little while, trying to decide if I wanted to keep the same learning space or not in our home. And, you know, when we first got started, our first time, we spent several months in the dining room. And we've kind of done some learning in different spaces throughout our home, from the living room and other spaces, at the kitchen table, outside on the patio. So we probably will still do those things, and but I was more thinking along the lines of if I actually wanted to like move our primary space to somewhere new or not. And so I decided that we would probably keep it in the same area, but I may do a little bit of reorganizing, redecorating, maybe not, well, I'm not redecorating, but maybe shuffling a little bit, moving some things around. I'm going to show you here a little quick peek of what the space actually looks like This is a shared space, so it's a playroom, game room. This space has been everything from a sitting room, TV viewing, movie type of room to a game room, now playroom slash homeschool room. And so it does tend to get a lot of love. It is well loved and well used every day in my home. And as you can see in the picture here, every 2 to 3 days, this is what it looks like. And then we clean it all up and start all over again. So usually during the school year, we keep it a little bit more manageable than it is right now, but this is what we're going to work with. So I'm not as much looking at the toys and cleaning that area. My focus is going to be on the learning resource areas in this room. So the desk, the bookshelves, and so I'm going to, I think, go ahead and get started by just kind of moving things out to kind of see what I have to work with. So I think I'm gonna start with taking things off the wall, and then I'll kind of clear off my desk and set aside any of the new curriculum we're using, and then stack all the old curriculum that we're using, and then the things that I need to go ahead and get rid of. And I think I'll start there by setting up a table and a space to kind of move some things out of the way and kind of go that route. So I'll just kind of, like I said, show you a few clips here and there so you don't have to see the whole process. But I'm basically going to be cleaning out everything. I have actually decided to maybe change the direction and how I want to position things around in here. So we will see how it works out. I kind of have an idea in my mind at least. But where do you guys do your homeschool at? Do you have a designated space, or do you just kind of float around the house? Or drop it in the comment box below. I'd love to see where you actually do your learning at. I like the flexibility of having a designated spot, but also just, depending on the day, making a change or adjustment if necessary. You know how the old saying goes, things kind of have to get a lot more messy before they get clean, or something like that. Well, it's kind of what I'm expecting a little bit, but I'm going to try to manage it a little better by just taking things out and sitting it on this table. So I kind of get a grasp of what we have. And I also need to set a stack aside of old curriculum and things that we have outgrown and that we don't need to use anymore, to see if I want to donate that or sell any of it. So that will be another pile that I have. And I also will be sorting through some of the old schoolwork, and what I've decided is to keep 2 years worth of curriculum for each of my children. My state does not require record keeping or anything like that, but I decided that it would be a good idea to keep a little bit of record keeping. And so my retention, I decided will be about 2 years. And then after that, I'll probably just keep a very small portfolio and just kind of keep that system in place for as long as we are doing homeschool. And of course, I know that may need to change if we get to the high school level, because I'll need to do a system for at least the whole 4 years of high school. But hey, we'll get there if we get there, when we get there. So this is what I'm doing right now, and hopefully I'll recruit some helpers in this. And my kids will help me out a little bit too. I'm glad that I realized that I didn't have to have like a formal space for homeschooling, even though we actually have one. The way that my mom thinks, I feel like everything kind of has to be set in place and in order. And I've kind of grown a little bit in that area, because I did think that if I didn't get this room together, that we would still start school. We would just kind of move over back to the dining room until I got to it. But I think that my desire to at least get it started. We'll see how long it takes and how detailed I want to go into it will determine like how long this process is. Anyway, that is what I am up to with organizing our homeschool space and room. And I'm so glad that you guys stayed with me this long. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. Make sure you click on the bell to be notified of my next videos, and share if you enjoyed this video so that more people can enjoy it as well. And I'll see you all in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.